Greetings everyone, Ishinbad here. Hope you have a fantastic day. So I wasn't expecting to do this so soon. And in fact, even though I'm recording this at like the end of July, literally the last day of July, I'm not quite sure when this one will go up. This is part of my experimental sort of theorizing of what you can and can't do within the Elder Scroll games. And we're going to be taking a dive into Oblivion. What can we do with our fists in Oblivion other than punch things? Hand to hand in Oblivion is different to Morrowind because Morrowind you take down their fatigue first and then you do damage directly to their HP. Whilst in Oblivion, the actions take place at the same time. You're damaging health and you're also draining their fatigue as you're punching them. Apparently, you can knock them down. When I say knock them down, I mean knock them sort of to the ground due to fatigue loss and then wail on them a bit more. But I'm curious to see like how viable it is to go for something that's very hand-to-hand combat related. And what I'll probably do, because I've been doing a lot of reading. Oh, kind of like when I did Morrowind, I did a lot of reading to the point where it kind of ruins a lot of things for me. And Oblivion is no exception. And Oblivion is one of those games that I wish I liked it. I wish I honestly liked Oblivion. I kind of I have half and half on Oblivion, and I'll get into it as we're playing it. But let us jump into. We got a blue screen at the moment. Come on, game footage. There we go, game footage. We are going to be starting a new game in Oblivion, and we're going to ignore the main cutscene now. Our aim here, what is going to be, because kind of like with and we are, it's gonna be Cassie again because after being sort of hauled out of like the chamber at the heart of Red Mountain, which I think is erupted by this point. I can't remember when Red Mountain erupts again and completely destroys Vvardenfell, but Cassie was pulled out and she was hauled off to the Imperial City, and she's been spending a lot of time in prison, unfortunately. Christ, she hasn't had a good time about it, has she? So let's just like randomize her face a little bit because the Oblivion character creator is a thing of absolute. I'm quite happy with that. I would have some fun with it and like do like some ridiculous things, but I'm going to avoid doing that. I mean, what does this complexion slider do? It makes her eyes sort of bigger. It's just like, and her nose smaller. I don't get it. We'll give her the golden blonde hair that she has dyed onto herself, and we'll give her a ponytail because I think so far all of them have had ponytails. So she's kind of baby face there. It's kind of weird. And I could have some fun with it, but I'm not going to get too much into the jankiness. But we need to discuss a goal. We need to figure out what Cassie is doing during the Oblivion crisis. And part of what she's going to be doing is trying to break the game. I am a Breton. I want to get my sneak up. So the reason why I want to get sneak up is it's going to factor into some of my plans here. I'm surprised that I can like sneak here and like grind up like a whole load of sneak before I start. There's a reason why we're gonna get sneak up, and it's partly due to just the good bonus of sneak attack damage that we can get. Oh, can't level up anymore. So let's.
My job right now is to get you to safety.
But yeah, punching is a bit more. How can I say it? Kinetic, I think, is a word. So we could try to solve the Oblivion crisis with our fists. Now that might be kind of a fun thing because I have never actually beaten this game.
You are the one from my dreams.
This is a great, the line "You're the one from my dreams" is a great line when you've created like some sort of monstrosity.
Attack my sons, and I am next. My blades are leading
Ah,
me to the
Patrick
city
Stewart.
along a secret by chance, the entrance to that escape route leads through your cell.
I mean, why? Why am I in jail?
Perhaps the gods have placed you here so that we may meet.
I was about to say, I don't know which gods, because most gods know that I have a vendetta against them. I've been punching them out.
You will be
Though
remembered.
admittedly, the tribunal were a bunch of false gods, so that's slightly different. And her scene's,
I am your emperor. You're
Anyway.
a citizen of Tamriel.
Well, you say I'm a citizen of Tamriel. I'm not too sure. I think I just ended up here. I go my own way.
We all. But what path can be avoided whose end is fixed by the almighty gods?
Please, sire, we must keep moving.
So I'm not quite sure how many ranks in stealth I actually picked up.
There's no way to open it from the
Probably quite a few. Let me just check. Oh, we picked up like 6 levels in sneak. That's pretty sweet. Consider that we haven't even
This doesn't concern you, prisoner.
Yeah, it does. This does concern me. But we're going to be focusing on hand-to-hand, obviously, our main combat thing. Probably with a bit of magical support, because
Don't get too close.
I'm basically going to try and recreate how Cassie kind of was in Morrowind.
Close up left. Protect the emperor.
I love that the captain is scripted to just absolutely eat it just within the first hit. Oh, Captain Reynold, you came across as such a badass, and then you just get absolutely punked. It's a shame you can't keep her Akaviri katana, because it's a pretty sweet looking weapon. But you know what? Let's just cause some confusion and dress ourselves up like a cultist. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
Don't worry, son. We will get you out. They won't be the first to underestimate the blades.
I realised that if you've watched Cassette Beasts, you know that I have a thing against cultists and my daughter being involved in cults. Whoops. See, the thing is about hand to hand in this game is, as you see, I can just punch those rats out. Kind of weirdly satisfying in a way. Hey, you should check Captain Reynold's body, because Captain Reynold had some equipment on her. Yeah, I know she did, but I don't particularly care. Ooh, nice. Oh, ooh. Nice sapphire worth 30. Oh, where are you at? So the problem we're going to have here is, ideally, what I want to do is I want to go for what is referred to as a minor is major approach, where I'm not leveling up that much, but I'm getting ridiculously powerful for the kinds of enemies I'm fighting. Why is that, you ask? The reason why you do major is minor. Oh, actually, whilst we're here, there's a... Hang on, let's just punch out the rat and the zombie. So, if you really wanted to, you could max out your whatchamacallit. you could max out your sneak now, because I believe there's some rats here that don't actually become aggressive to you, and they just sort of panic and start they're over there. And what I could do is I could just set myself to auto walk into this wall over here, and because they're within a certain distance of me, my sneak will just skyrocket up. Now, if you were going for if sneak was your major skill, you could probably cap out your sneak in about, I think it's 1.7 hours or something like that. It is not going to be a major skill for us. In fact, it's going to be a minor skill, and we're not going to have any specialization in it, because we're going to be going for the Crusader class again, which once we get the chance to pick our class, we'll see what we're dealing with. But if we really wanted to, we could spend the next couple of hours just sitting here and just go, yeah, you know what, I'll get my sneak up to something ridiculous, And yeah, so one of the things that I kind of don't like about Oblivion, and this entire like subset of videos is gonna just probably be me complaining about how much I despise Oblivion as a game. I like it in places. It's got some really cool ideas, but what I don't like is that the entire game is leveled. And what I mean by that, you think, what do you mean by leveled? As you get stronger, the world gets stronger around you. I do not like this. It doesn't feel natural. It would feel better if, let's say, as you got further away from the Imperial City, things got more dangerous. Or something like that. Or even, heck, have it that you start on the outskirts and have to make your way towards the Imperial City, and the things around the Imperial City are the most dangerous. I don't know. The fact that it kind of all revolves around your level and how strong you are, it doesn't feel organic. I mean, at this point, I might as well get my sneak up to 25. And this doesn't just affect like your enemies. This also affects loot. And you see, in this game, you have your artifact sort of items, and artifact items will increase in strength if you get them at a later point. To the point where I think the highest level the highest level to max out one of those items, I think it's like level 31. Which, considering the fact that the game kind of like the game doesn't spawn more difficult enemies past level 20. You're talking about another like 11 levels on top of that, and it's for this item, I think it's called the Black Band, which you get from the Dark Brotherhood quest. It's actually like the first quest reward. After you've joined the Dark Brotherhood and you've got the armor and you're on their sort of quest line, it's the first item you get. The first item you get actually is leveled and caps out its strength at level 31. That's why. That just makes me sit there and kind of go, I want the most powerful version, but do I really want to grind up to level 31 where the game is going to get like ridiculously tough depending on how I build myself? And for this particular run, my build is going to be god awful. Because hand-to-hand combat, much like Morrowind, is kind of weak in places. In Morrowind, there are lots of little things you can do to make it better. Ignoring the fortify soul trap glitch, we managed to boost our unarmed to 900, and that was able to like deal with a lot of things. And by deal with a lot of things, I mean it dealt enough damage to knock people out quickly and then like just keep them on the ground. But in Oblivion, it's different. And why is it different? And that's mostly because whether or not it is an oversight or intentional, and it's a Bethesda game, so it's always difficult to tell whether or not it's intentional or not. And that is basically anything. There are very few. The fact there are exceptions to this. There we go. We will now do more damage with a stealth attack. So if I sneak up on this rat, punch, 6 times damage. Yes. Oh, weirdly satisfying. So if we just go to our hand-to-hand very quickly, which is here, we can only do 1 damage per punch. That is where you have the level novice and the little fist icon. That fist icon tells you how much damage you do. We do 1 damage with our fists right now. That's rubbish. So when I snuck up on that rat and hit it and did 6 times, that was 6 times. That was 6 times 1 damage. I don't know why I had to spell it out for you guys like that. Jesus. So, with a lot of that in mind, you know, the stats cap at 100, and even if you were to get fortifications that boost it above that, they don't actually get better. This is kind of sad. It's a sad truth about this game. So what can we do? What can we do to make ourselves better? And this is where the minor is major kind of plays of this game come into effect. The fact that we focus on skills that don't actually contribute to level ups, and that will allow you to sort of maximize your damage to a certain point, whilst keeping things at a point where they're not necessarily going to be ridiculously powerful. So hopefully we can get this tutorial out of the way within our first session. I'm going to try and speed through it a bit more, because this is honestly, like, usually when I play Oblivion, I will do it with a alternative start mod that will allow you to start from wherever you want. Like, I say wherever you want. You have lots of choices. You can either start by owning a house, or you can come in on a ship. I love to come in on a ship. I just think it's gives me that Morrowind vibe that I love so much. So we're going to sneak up on this goblin. Try and get a sneak attack on him. Oh, he spotted me. But yeah, as you can see, you know, we do like next to no damage to these guys. It is just sad. Ooh, we can start doing alchemy, because we've got we've got a mortar and pestle, which, funnily enough, you know, we just need to grind things down into a fine powder, and that's a potion. Don't ask me how that's the case. So surely you would need to grind it down, mix it. Oh, hang on. Let me just activate this trap and whoop. Oh, the traps in Oblivion are fun. We're not going to worry too much about equipment. I'm not really looking to grab items for the purpose of like, even for the purpose of like selling them later. I'm not too worried about that, and you'll find out why in a bit. So let's just, oh, hang on. I'm pressing the wrong button. For some reason, I had to remember it's spacebar to activate, not E. I don't know why I was going E to activate. E to activate. Grab everything we can. Like, I know I said I wasn't grabbing everything. There is a point where I will grab everything I can, and there'll be another point where I grab. Well, I'm not too worried about what I grab. The lockpicks are important. We're gonna want a lot of lockpicks, because picking. I quite like. Oops. Bit of a scream there, but hey there. Oh. So what I could possibly do is get this. Oh no. I was hoping I'd get the wizard to sort of friendly fire his goon there, but unfortunately that didn't quite work out as planned. Oh my god! Come on, yeah. Put your lights out. But we will take his stuff. And where did you drop your goblin stuff, buddy? Where'd it go? Oh, I kind of want that stuff just because it's worth money. Did you drop it down here? I can't see it now. You damn witch! He yeeted it into the stratosphere, evidently. Doesn't matter. Let's keep moving. And then we should rejoin up with the Emperor and his friends. At least I think it's through this door. Yeah, you jump through here and... Waha! Hey, I'm a cultist. Oh. Yeah, they just... Hey! Is that prisoner? Oh, he was supposed to be like, damn, it's that prisoner again.
She is not one of them.
He must... Well, she must be one of them.
She must help us.
Do I have to help you?
Cannot
Oh!
understand
Oh,
why
Patrick Stewart! What have
I've
you...
not seen what I've seen. How can I explain?
You have a sword in your eye. That's
You
what
know
you've
not
seen.
How they guide.
Yeah. I'm not on good terms with the
I've
gods.
served the Nine all my days, and I chart my course. The skies are. I know these stars well.
Yeah, which star sign are we born under? So, you know, we've got all of the previous ones. Now, what we are going to pick, personally, I tend to always pick the thief, just because of that agility, speed, and luck bonus. That's 3 core stats plus 10. Now, I could go strength and endurance from the warrior, but I would rather get that speed bonus and that luck bonus.
The signs I read show the end of my path.
Oh no, what about me?
Your stars are not mine. Today the thief shall.
I wonder
guide
what would
my
happen if you were to
steps.
pick the same star sign as him. Aren't you afraid to
No
die?
trophies of my triumphs precede me, but I have. Men are but flesh and blood. In this I am blessed to see the hour of my death, to face my apportioned fate,
Ah,
my dream.
let's can we get going, please? Because I've got games. I've got a universe to break, and I suppose we can kind of say, okay, you know what? Why isn't Cassie just like nuking things with her fist like she was in Morrowind? Well, it's obvious. She spent like so much time like in prison. What she hasn't
You
aged
may
is,
as well make yourself useful here.
hey, take this torch. I
Close.
have
Your job.
Boris. I have a torch.
You thought the Emperor's in danger.
Mara's mercy on you.
Long bear.
Yeah, none of these guys seem to ever have anything on them, though. There seems to be another one. They're just waiting for him. Ah, no! I can't fight you. Can we... Okay, let's... Oh! Okay, let's see if we can fight one of these guys. Ah! Oh!
I fought my friend muddier than you.
Oh! Oh, no, 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 no. Protect the prisoner! What about the prisoner?
Mara's mercy on you.
Oh my word, these guys are like... I wonder if they're just like scripted to die from one hit from the guards. Oh, potions of healing, potion of respite. Oh, come on. We actually don't have that much more to go for this tutorial. It does suck that this tutorial takes as long as it does. I mean, it's not as bad as Skyrim. God, the Skyrim tutorial is it's definitely one of those ones that I wish I could skip on a regular basis.
We're almost through to the sewers.
So, they're gonna be like, oh no, we can't get through here. Because there's a gate that we cannot open.
The gate is barred from the other side. A trap! What about that side passage back there? Worth a try. Let's go.
I mean, because yeah, you could start this game. The alternative start mod that I tend to use can have some really fun things where you start with like one of the houses. Now you could start with the house in Skincrad, which is worth like 50,000 once you've fully upgraded it. But
What's your call, sir?
I personally like starting either from a boat or in the Imperial,
Guard your life.
the Imperial City sort of slums, if you will, just because it's a really basic start. It doesn't give you too much.
I can go no.
Yeah. Take the amulet. Ooh, a guy snuck up behind you. Look out!
This way.
Ooh. And yeah, it's just I'm pushing the right. I'll take that. Oh, I can't.
We failed. The amulet. Where's the amulet of kings? It wasn't on the Emperor's.
I have the amulet.
Strange. He saw something in you. Trusted you.
He shouldn't trust me.
The amulet of kings is a sacred symbol. The amulet has power.
But
He
yeah.
must have given it to you.
Take it to Joffrey.
He said.
There was another heir.
But Joffrey
Sean
will
Bean.
know. He's the Grand Master of my. Although you may not think so.
But yes,
First, it's
yeah. Let's just. Sewers. Sorry.
there are rats and goblins.
Yeah. Rats and goblins. So, he's given us the assassin, which, yeah, truth be told, I did a lot of sneaking, but we're going to go back with the good old crusader, which I think that's what Cassie was during Morrowind, so it just makes sense. So we've got hand to hand as a main, restoration, athletics. So there's going to be potential that we are going to level up a little bit, even though I am going to be doing like
I would never.
yeah, I understand. Just let me go. I need to leave. I need to leave this place. Oh no. No quests. Because I have the DLC. No, leave me alone. Because I have the DLC, it's gonna just like flag up all these quests that are like, hey, here's a quest. So why does he have a key to this door? That's like my biggest question. Yep, unearthing Maywin's razor, Deep Scorn Hollow. We're gonna get a whole load of keys and notes and Frostcrack Spire, Battlehorn Castle, and there should be like another 2. Just out of my way. Ooh, garlic. That's useful. So actually, now that I now do 2 damage with my fists. Nice. And I'm pretty close to leveling up, truth be told. So let's I can't remember which way I need to go. I think it's this way. Ah yes, rat. Flap. Block isn't it? No, block is not one of them. That's kind of useful actually. I was worried that my block would also kind of contribute to my level ups, but it won't. This is good. Punch out the rats. So what I tend to like doing is when we get to this point, when we get to the gate to the city isle, I like to just drop a save here because it gives you an opportunity to just re-edit your character. So in order to skip past the intro, I like to just go boom straight into it. And though with this run, because I put so much into sneak, going for any of like the stealth builds would be kind of weird. But yes, we are all okay. We're gonna exit the sewers and be greeted by the wonderful world of Oblivion. Ho ho ho! Hey, very new. Yep, there's some more quests and more notes. Oh yeah, tutorial completed. I was like, what do you want from me now? So, what do they want from me now? This is a very good question. And it's going to be a question that we're going to start tackling in the next part. Because, quite frankly, yeah, this tutorial takes way too long. And it's what I don't like about it. But, again, no one knows about the Skyrim one. But it still takes a while. I mean, I could have rushed it a bit more. I could have not done the sneak leveling up, but I want that sneak experience. There's a reason, and we're gonna get into that when we hit the second part, because we are going to work our way to getting to sneak 100 as soon as possible. Anyway, I think I will drop a brand new save here, and we will. It will let me. Yes, it will. Excellent. We'll end things here for the time being. Hopefully you've enjoyed yourself. We didn't quite cover the goals of what we're going to be doing in this. As I said, possibly completing the main quest is one of the big ones that I kind of think I want to do. Because it might be quite fun. It might be quite fun just to, like, just to fury my way through. The arena is one that I kind of want to do. And I want to join the Thieves Guild because I love the Thieves Guild in Oblivion. It's probably... The Thieves Guild is probably my favourite part of Oblivion. That in the Dark Brotherhood is pretty cool. It's quite fun. There's one particular quest in the Dark Brotherhood I absolutely love. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe in this run, maybe some other point far into the future, I'll do a run where I'm like, here's some fun you can have with the Dark Brotherhood. So, that all said and done, I hope you've enjoyed yourself, and hopefully you're going to enjoy. Join me and Cassie as we're going to exploit Oblivion a little bit. I'll show some exploits that are kind of fun. I won't go too heavy on them because I could go whole ham and just like cap out my strength as soon as possible. I can also like glitch to the end of the game. But let's make a bit of a meal out of this, kind of like what we did with Morrowind. Let's make a bit of a meal, and I'll kind of go through some glitches, some exploits, and just some fun stuff. I suppose we'll have some fun with this. We'll see where we'll see we'll see what the gods have intended for us. Anyway, with that all said and done, I hope you've enjoyed yourself. There'll be links to my socials in the description below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now. Hey, thanks for joining me on this part of Oblivion. As I said, we'll be figuring out what we're going to be doing as we kind of go through it. Most of this is going to just be some exploity fun and seeing what we can do with our fists. Kind of a bit like Morrowind. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, you can click on me right there. Otherwise, over here, there'll be Morrowind videos as well as other videos you can watch. I'll see you around.